Bob.
Alright, well, the other announcers.
We're here.
I did shout.
Someone turned out the lights.
Who turned out the lights? Put that light out!
Put that light out! So yeah,
It's anywhere. Exactly.
we're at some party, some 60th.
Do you want my flashlight on?
Go on then. Just, there we go.
Hey, we're in!
We're in, yeah? Hey, Bob, come
Hey
on.
up!
Say something, Bob.
Hello, good evening and welcome to Mandy's 60th birthday party in Altrincham.
Was that the same day they stuck that pipe in the dance? Yeah,
Just having a blast.
I'm walking around.
I just nearly burnt my throat out with some chicken wings. Did you get a hot bit of that?
I got off it, yeah.
It was hot.
Yeah.
It tastes a lot usually for me to think it was hot.
It was clandestine spice hiding in the chicken.
So yeah, what we're chucking. What you smoking, Bob?
Today I'm on a bit of the old Kentucky Nugget in me London Deluxe.
Well, I'm on my French pipe. And I think it's St Bruno.
St Bruno, the patron saint of pipe smoking.
We've got some of our friends here, my daughter at the back.
Hello everyone.
I just can't see us.
He used to smoke 100 a day, Baz.
Hello! Two old farts.
See you later. Pensioner bench. Good afternoon, everybody. How are you doing? Yeah, carrying on my guitar talk. Actually, I love playing guitar. Started off playing heavy metal, hence the Iron Maiden mug. They were my favourite band when I was about 13. When they come out, first couple of albums, Iron Maiden albums are brilliant. But yeah, here's a tale for you. I used to play the clubs a lot. We play all over the place. We play up to Scotland, down to Wales, all the northwest. Sometimes over to Yorkshire, but mainly in sort of the northwest. We used to play about 4 nights a week at one point. Be out all the time, playing guitar, playing like covers, you know, Beatles, Elvis, Dire Straits, Sultans of Swing was my tune. I couldn't half play that quite well, Sultans. But yeah, we had one of our bass players used to tell us this story, and he had his guitar case for his bass. He never could have been bothered buying a flipping new bass case, so he had that case, big piece of string as an handle, and he told us the story what happened to the handle on his case. So he was playing in this other band somewhere, and it was a right bingo joint, this, you know what I mean. It was back in the late 80s, full of like purple rinses and old blokes all smoking pipes probably, but back in the days it was just a haze in these places, in these clubs. But you know these bingo machines, remember everyone's seen that, like the big glass ones, massive glass on the stage, and full of like balls, like almost like pool balls or snooker balls, real kind of heavy balls, and a proper machine that bring the ball up, you know, like a thing inside. Must cost a fortune. Anyway, so they turn up and setting up, and the place is virtually full. Everyone's buying the bingo tickets and all this. Sean decides to come on stage with his bass case handle. Stood there like that. All of a sudden, the handle snaps like that, and his guitar case swings, hits the bingo machine, and all the glass in the bingo machine go all shattered like that, and all balls start rolling up, all rolling off the stage, you know, like a waterfall of flipping bingo balls. And then he's complete silence for about 10 seconds as everybody there suddenly realised what had happened, and all looking at Sean, my mate, you know, like daggers drawn. But the thing was, because there was no bingo then, he had to he had to play more. They had to play like an extra hour or something like that. But you know, they went down like a flipping ton of bricks. You know, they just nobody danced, nobody clapped, and he said it was the longest gig he'd ever played. But yeah, that was kind of the culture back then. Bingo for everything, and play your cards right, and open the box. You know, all these games that he used to play, and anyone that's played the club circuit will know all this. 3 half-an-hour spots instead of 2:45. A 45-minute spot is great because you can get into it, and then you know second spot another 45. You might do a bit longer if they're on course, but you get into it as a musician. But if you play for half an hour, it's rubbish because you just don't get into it. It's a nightmare. But a lot of these places, that's what they wanted. And we went to this other place in Salford, and we got there 6:30. We got there. Walked in. What time you call this? What time you call this? Flipping committee were there waiting for us, going mental. I says, well, you know, that's the time we've been told to get here by the agent. Oh, it's not good enough. And the place was full. Resident artists were on the stage, drummer and organist. So we had to drag all our gear in as fast as we could. It was the fastest setup ever, you know. Just dragged it all in, and we're like this, plugging it all in on the stage and plugging my guitar in and everything, plugging leads in, and flipping. They start playing the national anthem, God Save the Queen. We're like this, we're just plugging it all in. Anyway, as soon as that finished, we're on. So go, guitar on the shoulder, 1, 2, 3, 4, straight into "Let's Stick Together" by Roxy Music. You know that song. Go straight into that song. So we did our half an hour, and then we went off into the dressing room. There was a hanging committee waiting for us. These 3 old blokes stood there. You're a disgrace. This band is a disgrace. You'll never work here again. Don't you stand up for the Queen. Don't you stand up for the national anthem. You're a disgrace. And our drummer says, he was right, our drummer. He says, no, don't stand up for her. Crown on her head, moaning like. So anyway, got back to the agent and we ended up getting the sack. We got sacked from that agency. In fact, we used to get sacked from most agencies because it was always the drummer that had upset everybody. It was funny. He died now, but he was a lovely guy. But he was a right character. But yeah, the club circuit, what a nightmare.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Do you know, sometimes there's nothing better than some chill out music, a nice cup of tea, and a nice relaxing bowl. Beautiful. A nice relaxing bowl. Come on. Nice relaxing bowl, chilling out with some decent music. fagger! Yeah. Well, it'd work at a push, I suppose. Cheers. What a lovely day. A lovely day to sit down with poke-smoking friends on smoked jokes and pipe dreams. Spend a bit of time relaxing, enjoying a pipe, and maybe listening to some nursery rhymes. Here's a nice one for you. Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to get her poor Rover a bone. But when she bent over, Rover took over and gave him a bone of his own. Little Jack Horner sat in the corner eating a steak and kidney pudding. He stuck in his thumb and pulled out a plum and said, "What the bloody hell's this doing in a steak and kidney pudding? This is a bloody case for trade descriptions, this is. I want me bloody money back. This is well out of order. I want me money back." Here's another one. Peter Piper met a pieman going to the fair. Said Peter Piper to the pieman, "What have you got there?" He said, "Pies, you bleeding idiot." Mary had a little lamb. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm reading the wrong one. Mary had a little bike. She rode it back to front. And every time she pulled the brake, the seat went up her.
You can't say things like that. This is a family. Oh, fuck off.